Welcome to Ellis B. Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Here's the WABC weather report. Mostly cloudy this morning, becoming partly sunny this afternoon. The high today in the low 30s. Tonight, increasing cloudiness with a low in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, snow likely in the morning, probably changing to rain by afternoon. A high tomorrow in the mid to upper 30s. This is John Maher. Right now, 28 degrees in New York.
And it's Tuesday and it's 7:30. Harry Harrison back on 77 WABC. As John mentioned, Conrail due to power outage between New Haven and Woodlawn in both directions. No service on New Haven line. Motorists are advised to drive to Harlem Division trains and take those lines into New York. All right? On WABC, Toto.
It's not in the way that you hold me. It's not in the way you say you care. Love isn't always on time. Harry Harrison starts your morning. WABC.
It is 7:34. Harry Harrison on 77 WABC. Tuesday morning, 7:34. Put on the coffee time. Oh, on the highways, Bruckner Expressway. Disabled car on the right lane toward Tyboro Bridge. Merge to your left now. Westbound Cross Bronx Expressway. We have a stalled car still in the right lane at Webster Avenue causing problems. A cloudy morning, hopefully sun later. 28 WABC degrees. High and low 30s. WABC.
The best music. WABC.
Harold Melvin, Blue Notes back again. Tuesday morning, glad you are too. It is 7:38, 22 minutes to 8 o'clock. Harry Harrison, your weather. Let's watch this. What happens today? Some clouds in the morning, then partly sunny this afternoon with a high in the low 30s. Increasing clouds tonight, low in the mid-20s. They are talking about snow likely in the morning tomorrow, probably changing to rain by afternoon with a high in the mid to upper 30s. WABC winter weather warnings give you comprehensive school closings, traffic, transit conditions. If and when we get that snow, stay on 77 for conditions in your area. It's cloudy now and 28 WABC degrees. How about breakfast?
Good morning, Miss McDonald's counter lady person.
Good morning, Mr. McDonald's customer.
I want to make the most of my morning.
That's very commendable.
You're the one.
At McDonald's, we serve you fast, so you get a little extra time each morning. The time you usually spend preparing breakfast or waiting for it.
Make the morning your special time of day.
Do you hear singing?
Must be the grill man.
Don't let it slip away.
Come enjoy a delicious hot breakfast and still have time to do the things you like.
I'm going to have a delicious hot breakfast and still have time to do the things I like.
Well, then what would you like?
Oh, there's so much to choose from.
Scrambled eggs?
Tennis,
Hotcakes?
hockey,
An egg McMuffin?
jumping in the beds.
Are we having the same conversation? Make the most of your morning and still enjoy grade A scrambled eggs with sausage and hash browns, hotcakes and sausage, or our own egg McMuffin.
Do something just for you. Still have breakfast nice and hot at McDonald's.
That singing grill man is very good. Does he do Ramblin' Rose?
Nobody does scrambled eggs.
We do it all for you.
A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse! Got only one day left to rehearse for the play. The last thing I need is a cough and a scratchy throat. I better take a Vicks cough drop.
When the last thing you need is a cough, the first thing you need is a Vicks cough drop.
Tonight's my first date with Sally. I've been waiting for this night for months. The last thing I need is a cough. Where are my Vicks cough drops?
Vicks cough drops contain effective medicated ingredients, and they have a tradition of giving people soothing relief from coughs due to colds as well as dry, irritated throats. Vicks cough drops soothe your throat, help relieve your cough, and they taste great too. Use as directed.
Oh, the last thing I need is a cough.
When the last thing you need is a cough, the first thing you need is a Vicks cough drop. For cough drops, you can't top a drop from Vicks.
Here's WABC star Laura Delfino from Staten Island.
I love New York.
You
too can be a WABC star and share in thousands in cash and prizes. Send us your name, address, phone number, and either your birth date, driver's license number, or social security number so that we can verify that you're a winner. Mail your postcard to WABC Star, Box 770, New York 10019. We'll repeatedly announce names, and when you hear yours, just call within 77 minutes, sing I Love New York, and win. WABC wants to make you a star.
The best music, WABC.
Good morning, star. Better get moving. It is 7:41. Harry Harrison, 77 WABC. Remember, Conrail problems. They have a power outage between New Haven and Woodlawn in both directions. No service on New Haven line. You can drive to Harlem Division trains and take those lines into New York City. All right, Bee Gees, do that beauty. Beauty by the Bee Gees on 77 WABC. Tuesday morning at 7:45. 15 minutes to 8 o'clock. January 16th, 1979. Hope a good one at home or wherever you're going to be today.
Good morning. Harry Harrison. WABC.
At school, on the job, wherever you are. WABC Sports now at 15 minutes to 8 o'clock. 7:45. One local team saw action last night. Our Rangers lost to Minnesota North Stars 8-1. Weather cloudy in the morning, then some partly sunny skies this afternoon with a high in the 30s. Cloudy tonight, low in the mid-20s. Tomorrow, snow likely in the morning, probably changing to rain by afternoon. It is cloudy and 28 WABC degrees this morning. Rod Stewart has another smash on WABC. Here it is.
She sits alone, waiting for suggestions. Does you really need just to reach out and touch? Come on, sugar, let me know.
Hey, morning, sexy. Rod Stewart, Harry Harrison, 77 WABC.
Music Radio, WABC.
Good morning. Tuesday, it is 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. 7:50 in the morning. WABC and Harry Harrison want to make Deborah Porter of the Bronx a star. Has Debbie called me yet? And if not, why? In the Bronx, Deborah Porter, you, Deborah. You have until 8:40 this morning to call me at 212-581-1601. Sing I Love New York. You will be a winner of a $1,000 gift certificate from W&J Sloan's, the home of affordable elegance in home furniture. So call me. A cloudy morning, then some sun this afternoon with a high in the low 30s. Cloudy tonight, low in the mid-20s. Snow likely in the morning tomorrow, probably changing to rain by afternoon. Cloudy 28 WABC degrees right now. WABC winter weather warnings. We'll give you comprehensive school closings, traffic, transit conditions. If and when we get that snow, stay on WABC. Cloudy 28 WABC degree morning. American Airlines has two new money-saving fares this winter. One for pleasure flyers, one for business flyers. With American's new improved Super Saver, you save up to 45% during February and March. Up to 45% off to any American Airlines city in the continental United States and Canada. Up to 55% off to night coach cities. Just make round-trip reservations, buy tickets at least 14 days in advance. You stay as long as 60 days or as short as one Saturday night. Children under 12 can fly with you for at least 50% off the regular fare. This new Super Saver, subject to CAB approval. Seats are limited, but you can make reservations now. Of course, if you can't make reservations early, American has a fare and a half for you from February 13th through March 31st. When you pay the regular coach fare, someone can fly with you round trip for 50% off. 50% off to any place American flies in the continental United States and Canada. Just buy both tickets at the same time. Stay through Saturday night. Return within 7 days. Call your travel agent or American Airlines.
Presenting another great tasting fish story from Mrs. Paul's.
Once I was swimming in the middle of the ocean and I saw a school of golden stickfish. Stickfish are long and white with batter all over them, and are they crunchy. So I decided to catch some for lunch, when all of a sudden, this big sea monster popped up with fire coming out of his nose, and he looked real hungry. So I said, "Hi, monster, want a stickfish?" And I threw one into his mouth, and he said, "I like stickfish on a hamburger roll with ketchup." So I said, "Follow me," and we swam home. And Mama cooked our stickfish and put them in hamburger rolls with ketchup. And now the monster lives in my bathtub.
Mrs. Paul's Light Batter Fish Sticks. Tender white fish covered with a crunchy but oh so light golden batter. Try Mrs. Paul's Light Batter Fish Sticks and fish fillets. They taste great at lunchtime, dinner time, or story time. And that's the truth.
The best music, WABC.
Keep moving. It is 7:52. Harry Harrison, WABC. Highways, County Parkway. Couple of cars on the left shoulder causing quite a delay into the Bronx River Parkway. So some problems there. On 77 WABC.
I cried a tear, you wiped it dry. You needed me.
Big problems due to a power outage on the New Haven line. This is John Maher, WABC News. Mostly cloudy this morning, becoming partly sunny this afternoon. The high today in the low 30s. Right now, 28 degrees in New York. Conrail says there's still no power on the New Haven division between Woodlawn in the Bronx and New Haven, so there's no New Haven service in either direction between Grand Central and Westchester in Connecticut. Conrail advises New Haven division commuters to drive to Harlem division stations in Putnam and Westchester counties this morning. New Haven division commutation tickets will be honored on the Harlem division. Power has been out since 6:29 this morning. There's no indication when service will be restored. It's been 4 days since Local 94, the Building Maintenance Workers Union, pulled members out of 200 high-rise buildings in New York City. Some tenants got a bit chilly around the edges. More from WABC's Kathleen Maloney.
The heat is back on at two buildings that went partially cold for a while yesterday. The manager at 530 Fifth Avenue says he's fixed the problem and all floors are warm now, but he's the only one there and can't make any guarantees about heat for the rest of the day. At 1515 Broadway, an attendant at the Astor parking garage says there was no heat yesterday, but this morning it's coming up just fine. Meanwhile, the strike by maintenance workers at those and many other Manhattan office buildings is entering its fourth day. There's no end in sight, no negotiations set, but a state mediator is expected to call for a bargaining session later in the week. So for the time being, if you work in any of the 200 affected buildings involved, dress warmly and carry an extra sweater, just in case. I'm Kathleen Maloney, WABC News.
A warning from Police Commissioner McGuire. He announces a crackdown on abuses of sick leave. An internal police study finds nearly 10% of the force chronically absent from duty. McGuire says 549 police officers who missed 49 or more days during the past year could lose special benefits and privileges, including promotions. Those 549 face a special medical watch if they call in sick again. WABC News Time, 7:57.
The road to riches starts in the dime.
If your employer has no pension program for you, start your own and get up to a $1,500 tax deduction every year with a tax-deferred retirement account at the Dime Savings Bank of New York. Yes, it's good news when you can have a Dime tax-deferred retirement account, which allows you to deposit 15% of your salary, up to $1,500 each year, or up to $1,750 when only one spouse is working, and defer the taxes until you begin making withdrawals upon retirement. Let the Dime show you how to set up this tax-deductible account with weekly, monthly, or a lump sum deposit, which can assure you of a retirement nest egg, or with an automatic payout if you wish. Stop at any Dime office for further details and ask for their booklet, No Retirement Plan Where You Work, or write care of WABC, New York, New York. That's No Retirement Plan Where You Work, care of WABC, New York, New York. Member FDIC.
The road to riches starts in the dime.
Governor Kerry endorses Mayor Koch's plan to cope with a $439 million deficit in the city budget. The mayor's plan calls for shrinking the municipal workforce by more than 3% through attrition and job switching. Schools Chancellor Frank Maciarola, though, says the plan will cause a serious reduction in school services. Johnny Dio Dioguardi, a reputed mobster, will be buried today in Queens after a funeral this morning at St. Teresa's Church in the Bronx. Johnny Dio died of a heart attack near the federal penitentiary in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania last Friday. He'd been serving time for stock and bankruptcy fraud. Johnny Dio was 64. A couple of light planes collided in midair yesterday, and wonder of wonders, both pilots lived to tell about it. The accident occurred about 2,000 feet above and about 3 miles west of the Essex County Airport in Fairfield. One plane, a Cessna 172, crash-landed in a field. Pilot Roy Coons walked away from it with minor injuries. The other plane, a Cessna 210 with 2 men aboard, landed safely at Essex County Airport. Pilot David Wilson of Oakland and passenger Charles Smith of Franklin Lakes, a bit shaken but otherwise unhurt. The Shah takes himself out of Iran. Here's Martin Giles.
The Shah of Iran was in the pilot's seat of a blue and white Iranian 707 as he left Tehran with Empress Farah. He's reportedly on his way to the U.S. with a stop in Egypt to visit President Sadat. Still more snow is in prospect in the Midwest today. In Chicago, 4 inches fell yesterday on top of nearly 30 already on the ground. Richard Nixon returns to the White House later this month for the first time since he resigned. He'll be a guest at President Carter's dinner for China's Deng Xiaoping. Do you think the government should regulate advertising on TV programs watched mostly by children? That's a question that's stirring up a big argument at an FTC hearing in San Francisco. Elvis Presley's father, Vernon Presley, is reported in serious condition in a hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. The 62-year-old Presley reportedly had a heart attack. A New York doctor has formed Pot Smokers Anonymous to help people quit. Dr. David Eisenson says switching from booze to marijuana is like changing seats on the Titanic.
On the WABC scoreboard.